refresh, see if that helps.
Marie.
Natalie, don't forget that your audio is not doubled. You're muted. So if Sean's gone, you're gone.
Yeah, no, I just had the perpetual gray screen buffer boxes for Marie.
But also, I don't think we can hear Marie because I've been trying to hear Marie.
I heard her
She's unmuted
for a second.
I know, but I could see Marie's lips moving and no sound.
Well,
Just now?
Well,
now we got you.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I had muted it at one point. So anyway, I had an incident with a turnip today.
I'm sorry, just with very much the non sequitur aspect of that.
Love you.
Just made my day.
Really long day today, you guys. And this is exactly what because I went into work this morning at 4:45 a.m. and Joshua came. I was doing, my morning bake stuff. Like all of the pastries were in the oven by the time Joshua got there. And he comes in and he immediately, and I'm listening to Dungeons and Daddies while I'm doing this, by the way. And he comes in. I'm on episode 14. I don't remember what episode I was watching this morning. Or listening to this morning. But first of all, he scared me because I'm by myself in a building and a random man just comes in and is like, ha! And it was -8 degrees out this morning, so he was like fully covered, and I was like, oh! And he came in and he was like, oh, hey, guess what? Tuesday, who is one of our front of house workers, is calling in sick today. And I was like, oh, okay. That means, haha, I'm gonna have to stay until close today, doesn't it? And he was like, yeah, because they tried to call Cordelia, who's another front of house person, and she does not work on Sundays. And I think she was also somewhere else by the time they called her. So it was just Denise, our main front of house person. And so I wasn't just floating and helping where I could in front of house this morning. Oh no. I had war throwbacks to my Starbucks days of running the register on top of making all the pastries in the morning and doing all of this other shit, and I didn't get to go home until 2:30. So I've been home for a few hours. But that was my day today. And near the end of it, I stuck my finger into a turnip.
In?
Like it was rotten?
No. I was so far gone at that point. Joshua was cutting up turnips, and typically when you cut up a turnip, the first few cuts, there are little grooves and holes in it. And so I went, and I stuck my finger in a hole. And he was like, Marie. And I was like, what? He was like, you're the only one who would do that. And I'm like, why? It's because that I'm a lesbian? I was trying to think of the joke, but you got to it first. So anyway. Exactly. And then I went on to tell Joshua the story of how I found out that my nose perfectly fits in Natalie's bigger dimple. What are you playing with? That's plastic. Do not eat that. Give me that.
But also, considering what's going on in the game tonight, I felt it very appropriate to be drinking out of the skull cup.
Nice.
Skull crab.
Also,
Aww, I should have my Scully boy.
Caleb, I'm telling you this right now as a precaution. If you do anything with my uncle's body before I get down there, I will personally make it my mission to obliterate you every single morning. I will get a long rest and I will murder you. And then the next day, I'll get another long rest and I'll murder you again. Okay. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, because we were.
The furthest it will go is bringing the body to you.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah. I would think we could bring Reefa there.
I was gonna say he doesn't deserve you lifting him off of the earth.
So he died on the cold hard ground and not on the roof, right? Like I
yeah,
remember.
he's
you
on the
telling me.
ground. I'm on the roof.
We just
Fucking
took
fucked
it,
up.
took it, and I was
Yeah.
helping her.
I think it's so
It's very much
funny.
that moment. I was putting everything on a now electronic mat because I was an idiot and didn't think, oh, I should probably take a picture of how this all ended. Because I'm a fool. So, yes.
I mean,
apologize.
we have Caleb's pictures.
We have pictures, but it's like, apologies if the Roll20 map is not a perfect one-to-one for how they ended, just going purely off of my recollections. But yes, since we are currently on the internet, as a quick recap as to anyone that is watching this via stream or recording, we couldn't get to work, so none of the internet got to see us all fucking about in person, which is also partly why we have a Marie, who on my immediate right, is now a part of the party. Partly because we love Marie as people.
But also because Jakar's in love with Jeff, and it would be devastating to make them split up.
More accurately.
If anybody's met
Marie's
Jeff
pretty in love
yet,
with Jeff as well.
Jeff is a new development for everybody on the internet.
Yes. To the internet, Jeff was a sort of one-off barbarian character pre-stream that, well, Marie was up here visiting her fiancé prior to Ringage, and we were playing D&D, and we weren't just going to tell Marie to go sit in a corner quietly while we played D&D, because that would have been rude as fuck.
I love D&D, so I was like, oh yes, please.
Exactly. We're a very nerdy group here, if you couldn't already tell. So yes, bringing Marie in as Jeff and realizing that via the timing within the world being close enough to the winter solstice and the location that they were, it made sense to bring Jeff in because Marie was also up last week whilst we were playing in person. So we're sort of seeing through the end of all of that with the possibility that Marie will be bringing in a non-Jeff character.
I just stick with Jeff for a while. Who knows?
Or just stick with Jeff for a while. Like, the ball is quite literally solely in Marie's court right now.
Oh, I see.
Just like she
I would just like the heads up of at least a week if she plans on killing Jeff off screen.
I'll be off screen. Believe me, I'm dramatic.
No, that's also fair.
Believe me,
Let me rephrase.
dramatic.
If I need to add another character into the campaign builder.
You will probably get a new character way ahead of time anyway, Sean. I've already got Lygia ready to go.
Dope. But yes, so here in the heart of the Northern Kingdoms, or the Northern Dwarven Empire of Ordak, excuse me, meeting in an attempt to meet with the ruling body, Emperor Urdakan, to basically get the crown's leave to journey north on this job given to them by the Terran Venatorium. Molly and Natalie are dancing, and I'm very distracted because I'm getting it
Sorry.
like a half
No,
second apart.
it's really
over the
distracting for
screen.
me too.
It was the,
Sorry.
It's El Dorado.
Well, El Dorado was playing in the background. It was just a very weird, like, I'm getting a half-second syncopation dance in stereo, kind of. It was just throwing my brain off a little bit.
We shall.
We are the true entertainers.
We will start the Footloose era of our journey.
Natalie and Molly all
I grew up
apparently
somewhere
took
where
one
we
level
don't
apart.
dance. What is
More
dance?
bards, the better.
No.
I've never seen
Mhm.
Footloose.
Actually, that's funny you say that, Rachel.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
the
no.
backup character Laz is
A College of
part bard.
Spirits bard.
Ayo.
And a fawn, so we can still be furries. It'll be fine.
There we go. The trend is perfect.
I mean, currently the party is made up of 2 non-furries.
I was gonna say
The number is growing.
it's so funny too because one of them is like stone and the other's a Goliath, and therefore they are so furless.
Yeah.
Never has a creature before been so famous.
Truly.
But yes, journeying forth into Ordakin to get leave from the Emperor, or at least a member of his inner council, signing off on saying, yes, you can take these dwarven citizens out of our borders, especially now that there is currently, or at least there was, a war going on, as the Usari hordes were cutting their way through the Ordak Mountains here within the Marrows. As you were sort of waking up for the day and just sort of going about your business, Rifa was doing a little shopping. Jakar doing a little investigative work. And Sergak mostly panicking because his sword was set to vibrate as they entered the city.
That was quality. That was a quality one, Sean.
Thank you. I do try. I don't often succeed, but I do try.
Truly.
But yes, as various various avenues were being investigated, you learned of a sort of ecological dead zone in the shadows of the Spiretop prison, which is built quite literally into one of the stalactites hanging from the top of this hollowed out cavern. The dead zone itself is shown on the map with a big old circle labeled dead zone. Because
That's what it is.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna try to be cute.
Where the sword does not work.
What?
Sorry. You made the vibrate joke earlier, and so I was like, oh, the sword doesn't even work.
Yeah,
there.
it runs out of batteries in that dead zone, surprisingly enough.
Roaming charges.
What did I miss?
Oh, that was just phone jokage.
Oh, okay.
I was just cracking a joke that Sergak was panicking because his sword was set to vibrate.
Oh, I
because,
see.
Yeah.
See, my brain didn't go when I heard vibrate. My brain does not go to phones.
Yeah.
That's not where my brain went originally either. That was a purely Madden. Yep. And especially considering like if it is deactivated, it is literally just a handle with a round bit on the end. But anyway, as you were all making your way back to the inn where you guys were being put up, to sort of do a rest confab and just generally like meet with the students to figure out what was going on, if there was anything that they needed.
You must have said something.
Rifa heard a very telling war cry, something that she had never been on the receiving end. The war cry of all of her people, who, all that was left of them after the sacking of Pontitz Eyrie, gathered what remained of their wyvern population to use as troop transports before they descended through the giant crack in the ceiling of this cavern. Excuse me. Astride 6 regular wyverns and 1 much larger quilled wyvern. The quilled wyvern carrying her uncle, current head of the Usari, and in pretty much all of my notes is just labeled Captain Fuckhead. Because for a long time I didn't have a name for him. His name is Soren. um,
Hey,
cutting
yeah.
through
I'm
the
sorry.
city.
Grave clerics are incredible.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why Caduceus is bagged.
Incredible. Incredible. Sorry, continue.
Um, do you need a moment?
No, I'm
Okay.
actively having my moment. You can keep talking.
After fighting off one of the sort of advanced party wyverns that sort of clocked you guys as moving faster than the general rabble, sort of clocked you as a bit more of a threat than your general populace, was quickly dispatched. You had sent Fen off to sort of talk with the students, try to get them somewhere safe, as well as returning with 3 rejuvenating potions. That is basically concentrated espresso, which for 3 hours gives you the benefits outside of health regeneration of a long rest. However, once that time elapses, the character is hit with 3 levels of exhaustion. That was one of the things I forgot to do. I forgot to build that item on D&D Beyond. But you have 3 of them. I will make sure to have that.
All right.
Yeah, the 3 potions that were popped in her saddlebags.
I just missed. I just missed what you said. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's okay. After Fen dashed and returned, you hatched a plan to draw out Rifa's uncle, who, with his quilled wyvern, was sitting at the almost dead center of the city on the single stalagmite with a very large tree. On the map, it is labeled as the Tree of Remembrance. Crazy for her. But using very clever use of the Hat of Disguise, Rifa hiding behind Fen and casting Spirit Guardians, and instead of filling the area with singular moving little bumble bears, instead her Spirit Guardians was instead manifested as a singular guardian, a massive, radiant, spectral bear, basically to act as a beacon to try to bring Soren here. You were able to find a relatively sturdy bank that, if you were to be waylaid by members on foot, came equipped with a bottleneck, as it is sort of like fenced in with a solid stone wall, and it is a 2-story building, giving you a relatively defensible location to wage your war. Small as it is. It was around when Soren landed that you realized that the air support that they had co-opted from Ponted's Eyrie was greatly reduced. Counting the wyvern bringing him in, all that remained were 2 riderless wyverns heeding his call. So it was him, the quilled wyvern, and 2 standard wyverns come to bear on the party. In a relatively quick, though grueling battle, less grueling since the bard got off hypnotic pattern, much to my chagrin. Politely, respectfully, fuck you.
It's okay. I realized something that we did. We basically did the Megamind thing. It's all about presentation.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Oh,
A
you're
little bit.
feeling all right. You're just not a super one. Oh yeah? What's the difference? Presentation!
Yeah.
Oh.
We are the DM supervillain.
I mean, isn't every party?
Yes.
Light of my life, bane of my existence. Oh, they will. Though the battle was not lengthy, it was vicious, almost killing Rifa in the scuffle. Though Sergak, through liberal use of Misty Step, was able to both dispatch the Quilled Wyvern and Soren himself. And that is where we are beginning once more.
Wait, did the map change?
Yeah, take. You want to just look over at mine?
No, I can do it. There we go.
I can do it.
Can do it. Man,
Yeah.
my time is fast.
Why is
Pretty
my
spot on.
character icon a picture of me at my brother's wedding, walking
Because
in
it was
the
this
door?
picture of me was fine because I couldn't get my phone to send the concept art of Jeff that you had given me because technology hated me. It was the quickest thing I could grab.
Oh my
Jeff
god.
actually isn't naked. He's wearing a dress.
That's so funny. Also, he would.
Move over, Kilts. Jeff is in a dress.
Yeah, I mean, he's always commando.
And I'm
This man
free.
never wears underwear.
Jakar.
Those are some-
No, he does
No,
not.
he doesn't.
Trying to make a twigs and berries joke, but also trying to make it work as like a smoothie joke because it's cold out. Anyway, anyway, yeah, what is left of the city is yours. You have corpses around you.
Well,
Christopher, get down.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll hand you. Do you have healing potions or anything? Because you're pretty low still. Do you want to heal up at all before we walk down?
No, I don't really care about
Okay.
healing before we go down. They're all dead. Okay, we're not like an initiative, right? I can just go.
Hell, you can just jump if you want to take a couple d6.
I was gonna say, I don't think I can. I have 8 hit points.
Yeah, never mind. That could kill you.
I'll walk.
I feel
I'll
much
walk.
better about that fight now.
I died. I did die.
Oh, I know, but like, Rachel was bordering on untouched.
Must be nice.
I'm not gonna lie, Toka didn't really take any damage at all. I don't think she did. She didn't.
Yeah, no, like the primary crowd control individual
Crowd control.
was the Quilled Wyvern that you took out of the fight before it even started.
There you go.
There's a reason.
Engines on.
I saw the thing that could shoot and hit me, and I said, no, you don't move.
We love David
It
Bowie.
was very smart. Very infuriating.
Okay.
I'm happy.
So,
Jeff down the stairs, if you want to.
yeah, I'll limp my way down the stairs.
Down the stairs.
I can carry you. I'm there. I can carry you.
If you wanted to sweep me off my feet, I wouldn't say no.
You know what? Okay.
I'm gonna
I
jump-
look really
Sweating,
fucked up,
yeah.
and also now I look like a fuzzy bear, so.
Okay.
Jump down.
Rethan
Yeah.
now looks as you remember.
Okay. So yeah, I'll carry Rifa down the stairs. Why the fuck not, man?
All right, you pick your little Viking bear princess up in a princess carry and trot her down the stairs. You would be moving at half speed because you are carrying another individual, and I will say that probably at this point, both Fen and Jeff's rages will have come to an end.
When we get to the bottom of the stairs, just put me down. I can walk there. I'm not feeling great. Thanks though.
I mean, I have a ton of speed, and my boots are still going, even if we're not in combat.
Never mind.
So my
Yeah.
boots are still going, so we could get all the way there. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm just saying I don't
It's a
like.
pride thing.
It's a pride. Yeah, it's a pride thing.
Okay, okay.
When we get to the bottom of this, just put me down.
That's fine. Jeff just kind of looks at you, and he's like, and just sets you down, lets you go. Hi, baby.
I pat you on the shoulder, and I'm like, thanks, man. Sorry, this is complicated emotions for me.
That's all right.
Oh no, we're eating.
Macaroni.
Molly got a box of macarons.
I kill.
Okay. Oh.
To be
God,
fair,
I
you're
gotta
very
get my
tasty.
British accent back.
I'm gonna walk over, kind of limping and leaning on my mace, or whatever.
Your mole.
Maul. Yes, I can never keep those straight. I'm sorry,
That's fair.
but I'm kind of using that as like a walking stick, sort of. And I make it over there, and I key in. I like look him up and down.
With a big old hole right through his neck where Sergak's sword was.
Yeah.
Like, it's bordering, like, it severed both the trachea and also separated that vertebra in the back. So literally all that's holding it on is just the tendons on the side of the neck.
Cool.
It's literally just he turned into the corpse equivalent of a bobblehead.
All right. So I'm gonna get down there and I'm gonna see him.
You said you went for the throat. You didn't say you decapitated him.
And as a it's okay. As a matter of course, because he's dead, he's finally. I like haul back and I kick him as hard as I can in the ribs.
Bro, just give me an attack. At advantage, he's prone and can't really
And dead.
dodge.
So
This is mostly just to make sure you don't really fuck it up.
don't curse me
We
with
have to
that.
stub your toe, losing
And
a
I'm
hit point.
strike, I assume.
Yes.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
natural fucking 20 for a total of 26.
Ayo,
Nice.
those ribs.
So
It's
you
about
bury
fucking
your
time.
new bullet boots right in his rib cage, and you feel a solid like 3 or 4 ribs just crack in that onslaught.
I see the blood and I get like a little bit of bloodlust and I like straddle him and just start beating the piss out of him in his chest. I'm not touching his head, but I'm just like, by the time I'm done, I want to be coated in blood and gore.
And I'm gonna be honest, as there is an easy outlet of the blood that as you are literally doing very angry chest compressions on,
That's cool.
you are circulating the blood out of the hole, and it's literally just spraying you in the face.
That's
like
cool.
to the point that it's probably only going to take maybe 3 or 4 punches before you are just spitting it out of your mouth.
Totally fine.
Get it out!
I
Get
do
it out,
that.
Rifa!
I kind of like get a big mouthful of spit. And I take a second to spit it out because I'm like, oh, gross. And then I kind of have that moment of like, oh. I stopped for a second, and now I kind of understand what's happening, and I'm gonna get back up calmly.
Hey, Toka, you got a prestidigitation ready?
Yes. Toka's just got like little hands up.
I look down and I see my father's sword, and I pull it out. Is it still covered in that shit?
Unfortunately,
Cool.
yes. Though the ice,
It's ice,
had,
right?
It. So as you remember the blade, it very much looks like that same ornate, like pattern fold welded Damascus that you actually do see on a lot of more classical Uthbert sword designs. There is a flare out before it hits the ricasso. I'll have actual art for you in a matter of days. Currently in sketch form.
You see all the writing, Maurice?
Oh my god.
Love Jeff on the map.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Natalie and I are so bad. I'm sorry.
Apparently, Jeff and Jakar both somehow have illusory script.
Or they're just using the blood to graffiti the wall.
But how did it end up pink?
Anyway, so I grab the sword,
Yes.
and I look at it, and I'm just like sick to my stomach. Like, this upsets me so fucking much.
Yeah.
And
Originally, the sword was almost constantly wreathed in a pale blue, almost permafrost, going up and down the length of the blade. That permafrost is what is still tinged black.
So I pick it up,
Mhm.
and I look at it, and I like hold it in front of me.
Rifa,
Yes,
make me a charisma saving throw.
I'd love to. That's a 10.
Alright.
It was so close to being a 19.
You retain your faculties. However, in the back of your mind, you hear a slow Well done, well done. That you would kill my vassal.
You can't do the whisper thing.
Well done, that you would kill this vassal. Your own blood. The Lord of Libations commends your bloodlust.
The Lord of libations?
Yes.
Like drinking
Yes.
libations?
Yes. If you'd like, you can make a religion.
Sure, I'm not going to do very great at it, but... Yep, that's an 8.
Hey, you're sure that's a
I'm not-
moniker of Garagos somewhere down the line?
Sure, I'm not sure I've ever heard the word libations. Hi, buddy.
Come on, buddy. I just put something on for you. Come on.
I kind of, like, shake my head
I fucked
a
up.
little
I
bit,
fucked up.
and I just kind of, like, shake my shoulders like I'm getting ready to fucking, like, pop, pop, pop.
You feel an overwhelming urge that at your nearest convenience to attune to your father's sword.
That's fine, I don't have attunement slots.
No, I'm saying.
No, that's cool, but I don't have attunement
No,
slots,
no.
so I can't, like, do it.
I mean, either way, it would
now.
take an hour.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's literally just like you're not gonna sit there. Like if people are about to attack you, you're not gonna sit there and just like, wait, I need to attune to this. It's
Okay,
like
cool.
the minute you have like a break in the action, you're
I want to.
bordering on like compulsory.
Okay, I mean, I definitely, it's my father's sword, so that makes sense. Like, I want to do that. I'm
Yeah.
trying
This is Sean saying you have a moment to decide what you want to de-attune to.
Okay, what's up, bud?
However, as you grab the sword, I would like everyone to make me a perception check. Ben can make it an advantage because it relies on hearing.
Hark.
For a total of?
I think I have more than a +2.
Damn!
17.
You're too wrapped up in Jeff's eyes,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
wanting to be
What did
Jeff's
Jeff get?
size.
I have 23.
23,
Actually, not-
24.
What's happening?
Perception checks.
Natalie rolled really bad, and I said, "You're too busy being wrapped up in Jeff's eyes and wishing they were Jeff's thighs."
I see. Natalie, check your phone.
What did Jeff get for a perception check?
Yeah, hold on.
No, you're not. What?
She got rid of Shakar by accident.
Oh, yeah, no, because you guys constantly are playing together, I gave you guys control over both tokens. I can
Yeah.
pop the
Makes
card back
sense.
out, no problem.
I accidentally deleted it when I was trying to delete my other stuff.
1 second.
So 15. 16 minus 1.
I love that.
And because you had asked to, what did Fen get as well? Fen can roll at advantage, because it relies on hearing.
Oh, am I actually controlling Fen?
You'd have to.
Oh, do I have Fen's sheet?
It is up on roll 20. Or not roll 20, D&D Beyond. Brain. No, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're good. You are A-okay.
Your father would be pissed at your son.
That's true. I knew I forgot something probably.
Oh crap, I need another security code again. I'm sorry, Sean.
You are A-okay.
It logged me out of my laptop. again.
Your security code is 210244.
Okay. It's fine. Okay. I'm not Ashley Johnson, I promise. Okay.
To be fair, okay has literally infected all of us at this point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll tell you about the madrigals. Because I've also been infected by encounter.
Frankie, round up.
Perception check for fun. Baby, no, don't leave. 5.
At advantage?
Oh, an advantage. Why does
Yeah,
she get
'cause she-
advantage? Oh, because she's a wolf. Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot she's a wolf. And she gets advantage on perception checks. Okay. I should know that from my times of turning into a wolf when I was a druid. So 17 plus 3 is dirty 20 now. Dirty 20.
All right. To anyone that rolled a 17 or higher, when Rifa picks up the sword, you can hear echoing from the various portions of the city screams. Somewhere between rage and pain. Over probably about Rifa's internal conversation. It's broken, Mom. You just gotta force it.
Well, I had my cheater thing
Ah.
at home there.
But the screams over the course of Rifa's sort of internalized conversation are in fact
No, they're
getting
not Oreos, baby.
louder,
You're allergic.
almost as if they are getting closer.
Oh,
You
no,
just
wait.
say no, I'm not.
No, he goes, oh no.
Sean, I can't hear anything you're saying.
The screams are getting louder, almost as if they are getting closer.
Okay.
Those that succeeded on the perception check, you get the feeling that cutting off the,
It's my
for lack of a better term, control signal to the rest of the Usari hordes, and Rifa picking up the sword which acted as an antenna. Basically, they all get hit with a return to sender. What's left of the army of the Usari is coming to you.
I didn't really hear what you said, but that's fine because I wouldn't have known that was happening.
I
was busy
heard
hiding.
it, so I would have, yeah. Do you need me to
Fen heard it.
You hear a big
Can
old
Fen
dog just
talk?
tumbling out. Fuck. Yes,
I
Fen got
genuinely
away.
shouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yes, Fen can speak. She sounds a bit. She cannot via the fact that I have a relatively masculine voice sound this way. But in my head, she very much sounds like Moro from Princess Mononoke.
Oh, yes.
But Marie hasn't seen Princess Mononoke.
She sounds like Scully from X-Files, like Gillian Anderson.
So with a bit of
Okay,
rasp.
gotcha.
Before the army gets here, can I do...
Oh, you've got time.
Okay.
Like the nearest group you have a feeling is probably about 10 minutes out.
Okay, can I do an investigation check just to find the Pokeball that Rifa threw and the iron bands that were thrown right around? I'm sure one of them is fucking gone.
The bands are easy enough to find. You don't really have to go looking for it. They were still on the roof.
Okay.
The Pokeball sailed past the wyvern and past the wall, so that would take a bit of doing and time,
But
regardless of how well you roll.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't
Is this a hostile return to sender, or just like a everyone's coming to see the new leader?
You don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
You also get the feeling that for as far away as they are, their arrival will be staggered. You're not gonna have to fight them all at once, is what the DM is politely saying.
So,
yeah,
as
I realized.
Hi.
Are you
So,
bullying
as I hold the sword,
my glass?
and knowing that I can't currently,
Take the hour to attune to it.
yeah, I'm looking at this ice and I'm like completely disgusted by it. Like,
Oh, do you dislike my handiwork?
I literally am just like sitting in my like I'm blatantly ignoring this man.
Talking in your.
I know, but
brain,
I'm actively ignoring him. Like, I'm not. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I'm doing my best to not listen to anything he's fucking saying.
It's interesting.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I have shit to do. I have been working on doing this shit for months, and you need to back the fuck off, dude. And I say all of that out loud.
Oh, do I?
What? I'm not sure, as someone who does know how to cast deafness, that is how that would work.
Voice in my head too!
Frost not knowing that Reefa's yelling, she yelled at him.
That's a
What
fact.
does your voice sound like?
I have too many things that I'm trying to focus on. This guy needs to shut up, and I'm not. I just, and I just kind of grunt, and I start like focusing really hard again, and I cast searing.
Takes you about 3 or 4 minutes, but you are able to track down the geos.
Perfect.
I cast searing smite on the sword.
All right.
Does that do anything to the ice?
Nothing at all.
Fuck me.
Hey, Jakar.
Magic ice.
I start like, can I like? I want to start like I want to see if I can manipulate it in some way to get it off.
What do you think Reefa's voice in her head sounds like?
You take the flat of a dagger and try to scrape it off, similar to the way you probably would a car. But as you clear the ice and frost off, it does slowly start to regrow.
Okay, fine.
You can scrape it all off, but probably within the span of like a minute or so, it'll probably be back to its frosty color.
Okay, that's fine. I start getting really frustrated, and I...
No, stop. You're not going to be able to...
Fuck off, guy! And I just slice Soren's head off.
Roll an attack.
I will.
Wow. Her voice might be much more impolite than mine.
You can add your strength or dexterity to it.
I don't have a sword equipped. I'm not sure.
Just give me a d20 and add your strength and proficiency. I'm pretty sure it's a plus 4.
Will be up here.
You are proficient in long swords.
Proficiency is plus 4.
Oh,
Plus
Jesus.
four,
Okay.
So just a d20.
I know that. Thank you. 17.
That was your uncle's armor class.
Nice.
Hey yo.
I mean, granted, you also could have done it at advantage because, again, he's a corpse. But also, I'm not going to make you roll damage because it just sort of slices it.
I grab him by the hair and I put him in my bag folder.
Did that make you feel better?
No, fuck off.
Yeah, darling.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm not going to
Shut
do
up.
that.
Shut up.
No.
Yes.
This is my childhood.
Darling, I really don't think you grasp what the fuck is actually going on here.
Where?
I'm in the sword, and thus also in your mind, as you were not able to sever that mental connection.
Can I put the
when it
sword
came
in the
to
bag
that.
of holding?
You do, and he's still able to talk, though it sort of sounds a little fuzzier.
Okay.
You're gonna have to talk to her.
I pull it back
Good
out.
luck.
You're gonna have to talk to her.
No.
Yeah. Frost and see, I have a sheet.
It's nice to know that you're at least of stronger fiber than your uncle was.
Oh my god.
Very, very easy to manipulate that little bastard was.
You're such a
It was bordering
cocksucker.
on boring.
I literally want nothing to do with you.
But I'm assuming you do want the soul, so until you can get me out of it, you're stuck with me.
Because this is how I was.
After all, do you think that your uncle was able to accomplish all of this on his own?
Oh no, of course not.
Exactly.
And I want
You need
nothing
to-
to do with your help.
I'm not offering you my help.
You're
I'm
offering me something.
All I'm saying is get ready, because what help I did offer is coming back to say hello.
Oh,
I'm biding my time.
you might be able to
After all.
these motherfuckers, dude.
There may be...
In
This
that
group is
meantime,
about maybe 1 or 2 minutes out at this point. Good luck.
I would like some potions ASAP. We've got bogeys incoming.
Here's a greater.
All rages have ended. Jeff, take a level of exhaustion, because I do remember you did activate your frenzy.
Just a quick thing. While I heard the screams and everything, Reefa was saying "shut the fuck up" and "fuck off," and Frost totally thought that was directed at him.
But I wasn't saying
So I
anything.
can I roll a stealth check to put the Pokeball that she threw back in her pocket, just
Sleight of hand.
secretly? Okay. I have a +7, 21.
That actually does beat Reese's lack of protection.
So yeah, I just kind of do the on the way by and give her a potion at the same time. That's how I'll do it. I'll hand her a potion and pop
Thanks.
that in her pocket.
Okay.
Enemies and or hostiles.
Yes.
How big is it?
What size?
What size?
What size potion?
Greater.
You can attempt to find a more defensible location. However, you do have a bottleneck here with these walled gates.
I was gonna
If
say.
you would like to set up where you would like to greet your approaching new friends, you
It
can
takes-
decide that.
An action is 10 seconds.
An action is 6.
6 seconds.
Like it's a round of
Okay.
combat.
Do we want to get back on the roof? Make them come up here to us, or do we want to stay on the in this grounds area with that entryway
I think
right up here?
ranged people up on top.
Perfect.
Jeff.
I'll get
Jeff's
back up
probably gonna
top.
be on the bottom, and so I'll.
And
probably
I
be
have
on
one
the
charge
bottom
of Misty Step left, so I can jump down if anyone needs. Which I probably will anyway.
Also, Jakar's going to pass Rifa a superior.
Thank you. Oh my god, where are my potions? There we go.
Alright. Let me see if anyone else needs one, I'm full.
What do you
You and
have
I-
for spell slots and stuff?
Is Eldritch Blast a cantrip or
Yeah.
cantrip? Why don't you hop up on the other pillar where I up here? Because then you and I can shoot down towards them as they come in, like we did with the first fight. We were the ranged ones anyway, and then everyone else. Help me if you need me, because you know I will.
How many of D4 in a superior potion?
A superior, I think, is
sure it's
10.
I think.
I can also Google that.
4d4 for a greater. Superior.
I'm pretty sure it's
probably 8 or 10.
8d4. Let me double check.
84.
8d4.
Wouldn't it be nice if it were 84 though? That's literally my hit points.
8d4 plus 8.
Okay. Are you fucking kidding?
Ooh, not bad.
I was gonna say that's.
And also plus 8 on top of that, so it's
No, I
32.
know. But
This d4 is in Italian or Spanish?
8 times
Oh.
4 is 32. Never mind. I did my math wrong in my head. 24 plus 8
32.
is 32.
I was
Oh,
gonna
I'm
say.
full. Perfect.
I was gonna say I don't know why you're complaining because you're gonna be at full nonetheless.
Yeah, that's fine. We're good. What, baby?
Can you check your britches?
Shall I get... Fuck you! Politely, I'm getting rid of the soliloquy.
Oh damn.
Like,
Yeah, please do.
It's very horrible, but also I need the map back.
It's not adorable. It's plagiarized. She can come up with something better.
Is it played? I mean, like, he is fully in the public domain.
I mean, sure, but like,
Like, let's also keep in mind, Jakar's
it's
charisma.
very basic. That sonnet, very basic. If she had picked a different sonnet from Shakespeare, I would be feeling differently about this right now. But very basic.
But would Jeff have known any other sonnet?
To be
No,
fair,
that was for Marie. Come on, that was from Natalie to Marie.
No,
But I
it
did cite
wasn't.
to Jeff.
I did that purely because I knew how basic it was. I thought that was funny.
Ah, so you're just that bitch.
I just thought it would be funny.
Took a DNA test. Turns out you're 100% that bitch. Anyway. Yes. I might not answer it, but you can never.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
Turgak.
I'll go down. Going
I'm
down.
just like, why don't we? why don't
Turgak,
worry
we
about
have an
playing
army
first
coming.
and robbing the place later?
Wait. But is there any better bottleneck than if we're fighting inside of a vault?
So we get
You also understand that the tighter the door, the harder it is to shoot out of. That's how bottlenecks work.
Also, what if we did it after the
Yeah, what if
fight?
we did it after the fight?
Because I don't want to be caught down
Not
there.
distracted.
Sorry, are you guys trying to rob a bank?
They are.
Yes.
No, you
Caleb
guys.
is.
And
Caleb is.
now Jakar is as well.
God
That
damn
is
it.
exactly what we call it.
We are
It's just a
fucking
fool,
like the
but
1%
nobody likes
compared to
him.
most
Hey,
people in this
Sergak,
village.
Sergak,
Remember when I stole
roll me an
very many
intelligence
platinum
check.
from a very small shop on the way to death?
True, but that shop was actually like black market fuckheads.
So,
That's fine.
besides planning to rob a bank, what the hell is going on right now? What's
There's
happening?
You have enemies at this point probably about 2 or 3 minutes out.
Yeah, so we need
Okay,
to get
that's
rid-
what I thought.
19. You have a feeling that
I got a
if there was
feeling.
something going on, all of the patrons and workers would probably hide in the vault.
Yeah. So
Mm.
maybe don't expose these innocent people to that.
So yeah, you could probably try to rob the vault, but you would have to literally slaughter about minimum 5 innocent civilians.
Jesus.
What if I was invisible?
It's not. It's more civilians than you could feasibly drop a house on.
How am I the assassin with the moral high ground right now? Like, come on.
I believe in your vision.
I'm,
Just so
I'm
you
with
know.
you on stealing shit. Like, let's not go steal right before we're fighting. So we can.
I would like to chuck my uncle's body inside of the bank.
Okay, you chuck it in through the front door.
Oh.
Is that a dinosaur?
No, not hardcore. Through the door.
Is it glass? The door? Can you see through it? Is he visible?
There's a window. Like properly set up. It's mostly a big stone door.
Okay, so my point is, if anybody's walking up, can they see that his body is?
They'd
inside
have to
the
get
bank?
pretty close.
Okay, cool. I do try to
Yeah.
make him harder to see.
You walk in and move him to the other side, to the side of the door.
Perfect.
Like it's literally just a matter of moving him 5 feet so he's not like right in the doorway.
I will do the thing. Could I have the macarons back, please?
Yes. I will take one. If I can get it out of here. I want a cookie.
That's a lemon one.
Ooh! That's very fitting because I will be making that lemon chocolate tonight because I had to throw out 3 lemons because they were bad.
Okay.
But yes. So, you hear the stomping of boots and the snarling of voice of approximately, for this junket, about 5 individuals.
Okay.
Yes, no, like you have full range of. This was setup time for you guys. I will say this. You will. No, you cannot. Those are DM controls, also very heavy.
Natalie, are you sure you want to be right in front?
Wait.
That's why Jeff went where he went, because, like, he's the first line of defense.
Whoa. This was oriented
I would-
differently.
I would
In my
like
head.
to be in front, just
Okay.
because they might
That's fine.
recognize me, and I don't know if that's a good thing or
That
not.
will probably
I-
be like, behind you guys.
You will have a
Realistic.
giant ice Goliath standing behind you looking very angry.
I'm
Just
super
to be helpful.
I will say this, because of how the city is laid out, you will not really be able to get a bead on the incoming combatants until they are on the map itself. Just because, like, you guys are only on top of a second-story building, and like you can't really see through buildings. You can just sort of see when they come around the corner to try to get to you.
I'm gonna get you.
Does anybody care where I put Fen? Can I move Fen?
I mean, you're all in control of her currently. She has 50 feet of movement.
I don't have any suggestions, so you can put her wherever you please. We're also pretty new to having Fen being somebody that does combat, so we don't really have
Fen.
it.
Before she got awakened, Fen was the okay. You're gonna run off screen.
But also, Fen got awakened like literally a few sessions ago.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense.
No. I'm telling Marie.
Fair.
That
Marie has
new.
been awakened as of like a month ago.
Okay. Can somebody heal Fen?
How?
Here, I'll throw a potion down.
Just
You
crash.
toss.
Fen's real low.
No, someone with thumbs, catch this. And I'll toss it to...
Yeah,
I'm
that
next.
was gonna be
Who's
part
next?
of
I'm next to
your
her.
like downtime waiting for your audience was to figure out how to make potions easily consumable for Fen, as she does not have thumbs, and probably should not swallow a glass bottle.
No.
What kind of
multiple
potion was
reasons.
it?
Greater. Do you want me to roll to toss it to anyone, or is that fine?
I can roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to toss it from up top.
Oh.
Give me a dex, Chris.
That's 16.
Yeah, that's enough.
Plus 12.
I'm also gonna chug a healing potion real quick.
Everyone has to be up to 4.
So what you're saying is I need to ask you to perform all the time.
Yep.
Aha! Right. So the snarling and roaring is getting louder.
And are they still doing the war cry for people? Is that
The war cry was as they were descending in. This is
Okay.
a much more discordant, like just
Just
more of a
noise.
guttural, like more a panting running because
They
they ran a while.
I'd like to start making the war cry noise.
Okay. It is a mixture of like a snarling roar and bashing your shield twice or stomping your feet twice. It's grr, percussion.
Bang, bang.
Fen's gonna die,
It is
y'all.
this point that I will need everyone to roll me initiative.
God damn it. 12. Oh, I always roll it.
I got 12 too.
Oh my god.
I got a natural 20, motherfuckers.
Rifa's ready.
Same
Oh,
next,
wait.
right, Nick?
That's a 25
Natalie
total.
is maxed out.
Max, you have plus 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's a 25.
So it'd be...
Polka rolled
put the game.
a 9.
Oof.
Marie, do you
What
need
we
any?
Everybody needs to give me a second. I'm trying to heal Fen. I'm trying to heal myself. Hold on. I know, but Natalie kept coming at me.
Fair enough.
Okay. I have advantage. For Jeff, it's 18.
Okay.
For Fen, it's 11.
What did Toka got a 9? What did Caleb get? What was that? Gotcha. Right. Unsurprisingly, first up is Rifa, and as you see this group of individuals rounding around the corner
Round around.
and coming up due south of the door. Rifa, with your passive perception, you are able to clock that there are 3 of the more standard ground troops for the Usari.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are led by, if you had not been
Want to pick more?
Blood of the Chief, you probably would have fallen into this category. They are referred to as the Pelt Walkers.
Mm.
They are individuals that, through their devotion to their god and to battle, are able to summon forth the inherent power of their blood and change their shape fully into a bear.
They're werebears.
No.
Damn it.
They have a once per day policy.
I just want to be a werebear.
You get the feeling that they have a once per day polymorph. Yes, Natalie.
I meant to say this, but I didn't vocalize it out loud. Could I do a stealth check to hide before they get there?
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Stealth check. No.
24, Sean.
24. Gotcha.
I'm just gonna real quick feed Fen another healing potion. If that's okay.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm quite worried. And I don't
You,
want her to
like-
die while I'm on watch of her.
That is okay. Up until I say the start of the first turn, like, I'm more than happy to say that that was a part of, like, the setup 10 minutes.
Okay.
Well, not even remotely.
But if we were hiding in the vault,
You would have had to deal with every single member of the Usari outside all at once.
but we would have been mustered.
Yeah. No. The fact that it is staggered is by virtue of the fact that these are just the group that was closest to you when the sort of return call. But yeah.
All
right. Has Fen been potioned? Are we good to go?
I'm gonna give Fen 2 greater potions to put in her satchel.
Okay. You know that Fen will need help to drink them even if they're in her satchel, yes?
It just also means that whoever is nearby can help.
I know, okay. Well, it's just it's a difference of, do you want to just pour them in her gullet now, or
I would.
like,
I
that was the question.
Would wait on that since I just did that.
Mhm.
Okay.
And also,
She's
like,
at least
the image of Jeff feeding Fen a healing potion is just very wholesome to me, and I just want to think about it for a second.
it's very much that confusing. I've never been around a wolf that talked before, as you're just sort of like scritching it behind you, just sort of like pouring it in.
Yeah.
But yes, is everyone good to go?
Yeah.
Good, because you're not getting another option. First up is Rika. Shocking. No one. About 25.
I am going to step forward 10 feet.
Okay.
Hold on, let me grab myself. And I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians at level 4 and make it look like the big bear again.
Okay. $15-foot diameter, so 7.5.
We're full of drama. So Rifa is up.
You are being hugged by your giant spiritual bear.
And as a bonus action, does it seem like any of them recognize me at all? Like, are they close enough to see me?
You are in full view, and there is no glimmer of recollection on their eyes. No. Mr. Piffle.
What's up, baby? Mommy's got to beat up some bad guys.
Come on, do you want to put a movie on?
No, I just want to be a fan.
You want to go to the living room?
Well, I casted my spell. I don't have anything I want to do with my bonus action because I don't think I have anything I could do with my bonus action. Yep, and I used my channel. Do you remember if I used my channel divinity?
I think you had thought about doing it.
Yeah, I think I did also, and then
Mhm.
things suddenly happened and it was over. So I don't think I did actually use it. Okay, then as a bonus action, I'm going to use my channel divinity to regain a second level spell slot.
Nice.
And I end my turn.
All right. As you end your turn, one of the warriors that is sort of flanked by. Did I grab the wrong token? I think I grabbed the wrong token. Did I grab the wrong token? That's on me. I'm gonna just do that quick. Sorry.
Does my bear look any more evil than it used to?
I would say that it is matching your intensity. It is
Okay.
just as mad as you are. These are the ones I wanted. No, I didn't want that button. I wanted the other one. Alright, so we have A, B, and C. A is going to... What's it? Is going to attempt to... How fucking can you get? Oh, no, you can actually get one of them. Nice. Is going to dash in... Not dash, but going to move quickly in, not really caring that it is in your spiritual guardian's.
First bad guy.
30. Yep. It's going to move its full 30. I will roll wisdom save.
Yep, 16.
19.
Will do, but he still gets half. 7 points of damage.
Noise. And it is going to take out a flail where the head is fully hewn out of that black ice. It is going to do a quick 1, 2, 3 figure 8 motion and try to hit you 3 times.
Oh.
No for a 13. Also no with a 10. Possibly with an 18.
Hold on, let me take... I have to remove some bonuses to my AC for a second.
Regardless of 10 and 13, I know don't hit you.
My AC is 17.
Yay! So you are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact of the flail. And as you feel the points of it sort of dig into your shoulder, you are also going to feel a seeping, painful cold. 14 points of cold damage is going to seep into your shoulder from the point of impact.
Okay.
I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have advantage on these for some reason?
I can't imagine you would.
Okay. I feel like I recently played something that for some
You
reason had
had thought
advantage
about
of
it. You are immune to disease because of your paladin level.
15.
You succeed. You are not poisoned. But that is the end of its turn, which will bring us now to the Pelt Walker, who is going to attempt to cast Lightning Bolt. Actually, no. I'm gonna take a look at the map first before I say that. It is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Nope, I went 15. 1, 2, 5. And is going to attempt to cut a line through Rifa and up to Frost, who it can see up on the wall. It is going to clip its compatriot, but it really doesn't care. So I need dexterity saving throw from Rifa, Frost, and one of the other fuckheads.
23.
One of mine. Yeah. 23? You succeed, Rifa.
3.
You fail, as did the Usari warrior.
Sorry,
Yep, but he does not care. So that is going to be 28 points of lightning damage.
28?
Yes. So you take 28. The
Fuck me.
warrior takes 28. You take 14 points. That'll bring us to Jeff.
Yes. Yeah, papa.
Oh, there's another one.
Another one.
Another one. Another one. That's too many slices. So, I am, I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And, at this point, are my boots, how long has it been since?
Minutes.
I would say that between, because you would click them a little bit before combat had started.
Yep.
I would say that they have probably faded at this point between that combat and the rest of them getting here. I'd say it's been at over 10 minutes.
It's been over 10 minutes. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna click my boots then too. So I'm gonna rage and I'm gonna click my boots. Wait, let me see if I can. Oh, I can't click my boots. Never mind. Haha, we have to take a long rest.
Jeff immediately
So-
goes to sleep.
No.
Yeah.
I need longer. Sorry,
I need my boots, sorry.
Sorry guys, I need my boots.
I mean, you have potions that act as a long rest for 3 hours.
You're not you without me.
That's true, but I don't want to waste that yet, because we might need that later, Caleb. We might need that later, because I already do have. Oh wait, I have a level of exhaustion. I might take it now. Where's Sergak?
They're in Fen's pouch.
Oh, they're in Fen's pouch?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to use the other potions though, because that's 3 levels of exhaustion that come with that. Yeah.
After 3 hours, though. So.
Or we can come battle them, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a gamble.
So okay, I don't quite remember what exhaustion does.
If you go to on D&D Beyond, if you click on conditions.
Yeah, I'm looking. Disadvantage on ability checks.
Only I had my.
Okay, so not like disadvantage on attack rolls or anything, just ability checks.
Richard 3. Yep.
Look at something.
Yeah, I want to say
Right.
saves at 3rd level. Yeah.
Okay. And my speed is fine, so I should be. It's only at level 3 of exhaustion. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it right now, actually. So I'm just gonna rage, and I'm going to. Boop, boop, boop. I am gonna run. If I can get my roll 20 to work, and I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna. I'm gonna use my Berserker Great Axe because that's what Jeff does, and I'm going to take 2 swings at this man's.
All right. A Great Axe has a 10-foot reach.
Death does because of that Berserker Axe, I believe.
So it has a 5-foot reach. Is this why 10-foot reach?
Because it's currently 10 feet away from you. If I'm looking at my roll 20.
I'm right up on it.
Oh, it's true.
It's just loading.
Yeah, the nearest guy is 10 feet away from you.
If it's
What about
probably
this
rolled-
man?
Him here?
loading.
There's a man here.
Mm-hmm.
Not on my screen. Try refreshing your feed because I think it might have. Because like we're getting the ping.
It's moved on mine as well.
Yeah.
It might be your end.
I'm gonna refresh roll 20 quick.
Oh no! I feel like I could be oh
He just wants to switch the channel and do a whole result.
no! Wait,
Yeah.
that cool. I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
Okay. It's. Can I still fight this man even though he's not actually on the map?
Yeah, no, the white is more road. I just
Okay.
didn't take that
So
when I was building.
I have enough speed just because of who Jeff is as a person to get up on this man.
Uh,
Where's it going?
That's a natural fucking 20
Yeah, Jeff.
ruin this man's day.
for the first hit.
Are you aiming for the pelt walker that used lightning bolt, or the one that's currently in melee with Reaper?
The one they use, the one that's right in front. So not the one currently in melee with Rifa, the other one.
Gotcha. Oh,
God, that's okay.
there we go.
Sucky roll. Damn.
Do you get any brutal critical die?
I don't. Yes. Maybe.
Yeah, so you get an additional D10 on top of all of that.
You want to go put something else on? Come on.
Because I think brutal critical's at level 6.
Oh, yeah. So it's for me because of my. So it's at beginning at 9th level. You can roll 1 additional weapon damage die when determining an extra damage for a critical hit with melee attack. So it's not a D10, it's a D12 with my Berserker Axe.
Great axe.
So can I roll? I can roll another D12 then?
So with the crit, it's essentially strength, rage, and 3d12.
Okay. Still sucky. I've never actually gotten to this level on a barbarian before, so it's very interesting. Okay.
Fair enough.
Math.
That's a very
math,
valid reason to be
math,
confused.
math. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's 17 damage on the first hit. Second hit. 18 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
I rolled a 9. 9. Plus 9. 9. Better, that's better, that's better. Okay, so that's 15 points of damage on the second hit.
Nice.
And then why fucking not? I'm gonna.
This guy's day.
What?
With 2 attacks, you have ruined this guy's day.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hit him again with a frenzy attack, so
Fair enough.
I'm gonna ruin his day even more.
Mm.
Ha ha. Can't even do that math. That's how high that is. 25 to hit.
Let's do it, yeah.
I'm really sorry about how long my math takes, guys. I'm just really gay, so it takes me longer than the average.
That's alright, we know this about you.
Yeah, we know.
Your crimes.
It's really hard when Natalie's not here to do my math for me, because that's how we usually operate. Okay. And that's 14 points of damage on the last hit.
Damn.
Nice. Oh, baby.
And I'm gonna yell, just real quick, haha! Remember that you probably shouldn't get near me unless you want me to hit you. Sorry, guys! Ooh.
Oh no, did we lose a Caleb?
Oh no! Dwindling quality.
It goes black first, and then it does nothing. I look up and you're gone, and I get scared. Okay.
It's because we care about you.
To be fair, it also took a second for the webcam utility error screen to pop up.
It just
Yeah,
goes
it did.
black.
Although speaking of Caleb, if that is the end of Jeff's turn, it is now Sergak.
You might have to move over.
From your angle, no. Yeah, they are fully behind the wall from your angle.
That could be error on my
No.
side.
Yeah, now you can see all of them. Mm-hmm.
I don't notice until the water stays around my feet, and then it's like, oh.
Yep. That's a big old 6, Ghost Rider.
Anybody else come through the rear guard?
No.
Oh.
I mean Jeff, but no.
Yeah.
It's just Joe.
Is he just sitting up? He's fine. He's just trying to get attention. So
Well,
bring him out here.
That's a 0. So go ahead and roll. No.
Hey, sweetie.
Jakar, you're on deck. Alrighty. Jakar.
Okay.
Bonk, bonk.
Mm.
Jakar is going. Frost, you are on deck.
50 feet away from
This makes me want to have your hands.
I know, me too. It's between that and Prince of Egypt.
You see, I want to dance around with a bottle on my head.
God. Painful.
Jokes that only make sense to people who have been or seen Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
was like,
you
just
couldn't
feeling
hear
boozy
me,
tonight.
but
Okay.
I was singing the song. Shanta Starovia, heaven bless you. Anyway.
Sorry.
I'm
Let's
gonna.
go in peace. Hey. Sorry, I just needed to get to the end of the line.
I'm going to be
Are you sure?
shooting little green dots
Okay.
with my bow. And is it sneak attack because I was stealthing and I'm like going around the corner?
I will say you're able to get off your sneak attack as you sort of like roll around and let it go fast.
Whoop whoop.
Gotta go fast.
Hey,
Thanks. I have Sonic in my head now.
How bad now?
I rolled a 2. It was trying to shoot a 20.
For a total of
11.
no.
I weep, I cry.
Pew!
Oh,
And you had that moment of shit. What are you doing now?
Okay, I'm just gonna start crying to myself and then go back behind the ledge and do another hide action, bonus action.
Give me a stealth check, kiddo.
15.
All right.
I rolled a 6.
Could have definitely been worse. Could have definitely been better, but it could have definitely been worse. Is that the end of your turn? Chris, when you're ready, it's your turn.
I ended my turn worse off than when I started. I don't like when that happens.
I don't like the spells that I have. I didn't realize how low I was on spells.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are really good at Nova damage, not so much on Wars of Attrition.
No.
Which I love. Huh? Now that I'm actually able to give you a War of Attrition.
Totoro?
Parker, be careful.
Totoro in the bedroom?
Yeah.
I got you, buddy. I got you. Buddy's right there, buddy.
Just because we have a lot of
No problemo.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
There we go.
So, hi friends.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's your turn. Yoo-hoo.
I didn't. My phone's up.
Also, Sean went to the bathroom, so you don't have to worry about it.
My iPad keeps dying.
Oh no.
I have taken it out of view.
Oh, we have light. Maria. Caleb, did you do something with your hair? Same.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Are you okay? You watching Cobra?
Okay, so from here I can see this guy.
From where you are, you can see Red in front of Rifa and the Pelt Walker. Though I will say that the Pelt Walker probably has half cover just because of the incident.
Is that
Yeah, I'm
this guy?
fine. But
The one in front of Jeff.
The one in front of Jeff. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot the one in front of Rifa.
Okay.
26 to hit.
Yeah. That'll definitely hit
Damage.
basically anything.
Damage on the fuck.
Except maybe a dragon using shield.
Where's your D8? I have my D6.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. So the first one's a 6 over here. I'll keep it, that's fine.
also,
8.
speaking of dice, Caleb, we found that missing D10 of yours.
So 8.8 plus 6, 14. 14 points of damage for
Nice.
Red Boy in front of her. And then I'll shoot again. Crit!
Fuck you.
So that's 4d6.
Respectfully. Fuck you.
7. 4, it's 11 plus 6. 17 points of
Alright.
crit damage. And then I got some movement.
Big man is looking rough.
Do I, is it 2d6 of damage to jump down from here?
Yeah.
So I'll do that first. Just put that out of the way. 5 points of damage.
Oh, I'd be rolling that.
Oh, you roll that then? So I jump down. You can give me the damage for that.
6.
One more than that. Alright, so 6. And then I've got 25 feet more movement. 6. 6. And then I'm going to run over 5, 10, 25. So I've got an angle on that guy within 30 feet of me. And I drank, just to rewind back to at the Airbnb, the fire breath potion lasts
Yep,
an
I
hour.
remember.
So
And I
I'm going
hate that.
I'm going to use a bonus action to blow a fire breath at the one in front of Rifa within 30 feet of me.
Did you read the potion?
Yes.
Just because I think you might be clipping Reaper. Because I think it's either a 30-foot cone or a 30-foot line.
Inventory. Fire breath. Drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed
Wow,
on a
that's a single
dexterity,
point. That is-
DC 13 dexterity, or take 4d6 fire damage on a failed, or half as much on a success.
Yeah, no, that is stupid. It's very much you're hawking a flaming loogie at
Yeah,
it.
it should hit her. That's what I was
Like
reading. In
realistic, like because that's how fire breath works. It's either a cone or a line, and
Mm.
both would hit Rifa. That is stupidly overpowered comparatively. So what's the DC?
13.
13 dex.
Yep.
Wait. No, that's a 10.
4, 5. 15 points of fire damage for that guy. And so that's my second charge of that, and then I will end my turn there.
All right. Next up in the initiative order, we have Ben.
Oh, baby.
Oh, and Marie is gone.
yeah, I was gonna say, Marie, can you hear us?
Toka, you are on deck. After Ben.
So Fen,
Unfortunately, my turn shall be very quick.
I'm back. So okay. Fen. Debating on if I want to cop out or not.
Also, keep in mind, with Fen's weapon, the Icicle, I can't
Yeah.
get it to show up in the D&D Beyond item sheet, at least in terms of like the auto rolling. But because she is a size larger, I'm basically treating it as a brutal critical die. So it is 3d4 of slashing damage from the double-sided scimitar, However, it is also a d6 of cold damage on top of that by virtue of it being an empowered
Being an
form of the
icicle.
icicle.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Fenn's gonna rage. This is all I know how to
Sure.
do. All I know how to do is rage. And then she's gonna fucking help out Rifa. Unless this man's is dead. I don't see what. Okay.
No, he is not.
Okay.
He's actually looking much better than the one in front of Jeff.
Okay. So she's gonna run zoom over here. And she's raging and she is gonna use her icicle, I guess. +5 to hit. Okay, let's roll well, Marie. Let's roll well. Please. 7.
Oh.
I rolled a 2.
17.
Oh,
That'll miss.
Okay.
The puppa whiffed real good.
Like father, like daughter.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 2.
And she doesn't get another action.
She is still a barbarian.
Sure. Bonus action. Nothing.
So if she's surprised, you get the feeling she'll probably be a level 4 barbarian by the end of all of this.
Oh, she can use the dash action, but and opportunity attack is disadvantaged, but that's kind of a gamble. But I might do it anyway because she's so low on 8. Yeah, okay. She's just gonna go, oh, didn't hit. And then she's gonna run. She's gonna run back to where she was.
So that is going to be attack of opportunity from the Usari warrior.
Yep, and you have disadvantage because of the eagle thing.
Hi.
Oh, rolled a 15 and a 19, so with disadvantage, a total of 21.
Yeah, okay. Alright, roll your damage.
She is raging, so the bludgeoning is halved, so she will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
However, she will also take 16 points of cold damage, and I will need a con save from Fen.
God, I'm rolling like absolute dog shit tonight.
But it makes sense.
11.
Fen is poisoned until the end of her next turn.
Yeah.
As the frostbite coating the flail seeps into her veins as little bits of ice melt off and enter her bloodstream.
Okay. Guys, I shouldn't be in charge of Fen.
We're here now.
If that is the end of Fen's turn.
Yep, that's the end of Fen's turn, yeah.
You said the one in front of Jeff is looking worse?
Yes, considerably.
Considerably. How's everybody's health right now?
Ben probably looks like shit.
Fen's not great.
Okay, I'll use it on. So I'm going to firebolt upon the one in front of Jeff. Yes.
Alright.
So that's not gonna fucking hit. 13.
No. Well, it would have hit if it didn't have half cover from being behind Jeff.
God damn. Well, we're gonna use bonus second level healing word on Fen, so that's 2d4 plus 3.
I want to hug it.
People really need to know how to fucking
Molly, hold up a
Do a
picture of a
Facebook post.
Highland calf.
sad face. Miss him already, and it's a picture of her giving birth, the first day with her son, and then a recent picture. And everyone's like, "What the fuck happened?" She's like, "Oh, he just went to college in Vermont." I'm like, why would you do that? Miss him already, and then with like his baby picture and a most recent picture that makes people think he's dead. All of her comments are like, "Is he okay? Oh my god!"
Rachel, did you roll?
Yeah, 8 health.
Okay.
Assholes.
If that's the end of Toka's turn,
Yes, I can't do anything else.
this brings us to the other two, who both rolled 5s. 10, 15, 20, 25. And it is going to attempt to cut into Jeff. So the first attack, no, that's a 10. The second attack, no, that's a 12. Third attack, 15?
Jeff is AFK right now.
Jeff.
I just want to eat a bagel. No, my armor class is 17, so no, you don't hit me.
Fair enough. That's the end of its turn. Stay here for a second, because the other guy can only get to you.
Okay.
However, he will also have to take or make a wisdom saving throw because he entered into the Spirit Guardians. Or sorry, wisdom or intelligence, Molly?
Wisdom.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to check.
16.
3.
That won't do it.
Nope.
That just won't cut it. About to get eaten by a bear.
God damn, that was so close to a natural 20 for that first attack. 14 misses.
Come on, do the thing.
13 will also miss. Yes, finally! Something will hit Jeff.
That's 16 points of damage, by the way.
Nice. Jeff, an 18 will hit you unless somehow the barbarian can cast shield. So that is...
Not until I start taking wizard lessons.
Jeff, you are raging, so you will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as 15 points of cold.
I'm also resistant to cold damage, so
7 points of cold.
so 10 altogether.
Yep, and I need a con save.
Okay. I have advantage on Constitution saving throws.
Fuck!
I not need it. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Yeah, you're fine. You shrug off the cold that is trying to eat its way into your veins.
Makes sense. The cold never bothered Jeff anyway. Can I go get my bagel now?
Go get your bagel. It's Reefa's turn.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to make sure my screen is actually updated because sometimes it doesn't do that.
God, why is Toka so far away?
So the first thing I'm
Because
gonna
you're not allowed to hit me.
5 feet.
Hi, buddy.
Yes, I'm gonna move 5 feet so I'm behind Jeff.
Okay.
That way, Spirit Guardians hits every single person there other than Jeff.
I'll roll for the other warrior and
Yeah,
I'll blocker.
we're gonna let mommy get through her turn, then you can say hi.
Hi, Parker.
Warrior got a natural 17. And the Pelt Walker got an 11.
Okay.
So we have 1 half and 1 full damage.
For half damage, we've got 13. Wish I had kept that one for the full damage.
Is he reaching for my phone or?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And for
Uh,
full, hold on.
The full damage. I'm just
Okay,
being
then
cute,
26. Yeah.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, the bear just sort of comes down in one swinging arc, and it clips the warrior that is flanking with its brethren on the other side of Jeff. However, it comes down on the pelt walker, and you just see, very reminiscent of the Golden Compass movie, of Yorick literally just bitch slapping off the jaw of the other bear.
Mm-hmm.
The pelt walker's head just goes, pew!
Dope.
Kobe!
Jeff, how far away do people have to be from you to not get fucked up?
It's fine. It's in melee.
Okay, I just have to be further than 5 feet.
It's the next closest creature. So since there are enemies within 5 feet, you're fine.
Okay.
Sorry, Jeff.
Should be okay because I'm surrounded by enemies. I'm just
So-
gonna keep my microphone on.
As my action, because I've just been using my movement.
Yeah.
I'm still. If I were to move away from where I am, I would invoke opportunity attacks, even from the new ones I just entered melee with, right? Or just the.
From the ones that you just entered melee with, because the red one used its reaction against Fen.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Oh Jesus, I'm so used to doing my character sheet on my phone that I had just forgot where my character sheet was. I was like, why isn't it pulled up on my phone? That makes no sense. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is once I check what spells I can cast with my bonus action. Yep, okay. I am going to... Hold on. Hi, baby.
The thing you said about,
Hi, sweetie.
about bitch slapping made me think of Jay Brooks when we were kids and we tried playing D&D, and he got all flustered and he says, I take the ass bone of a jaw instead of a jawbone and attack.
That very much feels like something our family would say.
A very LaPointe McGee.
Yeah. So
It's
I
very
always
much a
think of
Magoo.
Don't touch, please.
An ass bone of a jaw.
Okay,
It's a terrible weapon.
so as an action, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Sorry, I had to reload roll 20.
How far back do you want to go? I can also just move.
No, I can do it.
Okay.
It's reloaded. I just have to move my map a little bit and stop Parker from touching things.
Don't look
But
at me
Papa,
like that.
but Papa, I want to use the touchscreen.
Why don't you go sit with Daddy for just a second, and
Let's
I'll
finish,
take you afterwards.
let mommy finish her turn. That's all I've been trying to tell you.
But Father, I want to be a butthole.
Okay, I'd like to move so I'm flanking on this green one with Jeff. And as my bonus action, I'm going to cast, the thing I want to cast, Shield of Faith on myself.
Alright, your AC goes up by 2.
This is what you do
So
when you
okay.
can't shift. Yes.
I'm also going to assume that you sent your shield out before people got there.
Where'd it go?
Defend!
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's still functional regardless of if it's animated.
I know. It's more that you don't have the hand to swing your maul currently.
That's fine.
Just wanted to bring that up, because currently you would be just sort of like trying to slap someone with your foot if if they trigger an opportunity attack right now.
That's fine.
If that's the end of your turn, that'll bring us to your sorry warrior, who is looking like shit. And you know what? Its back is against the wall. It is going to recklessly attack. You know what? You popped up. It's going to go for you, Rifa.
Sure.
That does. Yeah, that does. No, because it already used that on the previous one, where it rolled super high. However, a natural 7, it will fail.
Dope. I love this spell.
I don't.
Clearly.
You have killed more things with spiritual guardians than literally everything else.
Yep. Awesome.
Combined.
That's going to be 14 points of damage.
Great, it's still alive.
Okay.
Ah! It looked awful. but it's still going.
Okay,
So it's
it can
going-
try and hit me now.
And it's going to recklessly do it, so it's going to do it with advantage.
Sure.
18? No.
No, because your AC is currently 19.
19.
And it rolled an 18. Fuck me. That's the end of it. Oh, wait, no. It has 3 attacks. What am I
No.
doing?
Boy.
If you want to pick something on
So the
Netflix,
first
you have
one
to go watch
missed.
it in the bedroom. We can't use my
Second
tablet
one
right now.
hits with a 19. And the third one will also hit with a 21.
Okay.
So you will take
You wanna come with me? Come on. Come on, we'll pick something.
do you want me to just do all of it all together?
Yes, please.
So you take 20 points of bludgeoning
Come
damage
on, we're gonna pick something. Come on.
Okay.
Come
from
on,
both attacks.
There's not anything extra.
Well, the bludgeoning, I just haven't gotten
Yeah,
pulled
that's
yet.
yeah.
Mm. And 26 points of cold.
I'm down. It's a total of 46 because he dealt 20
Oh.
bludgeoning and then 26 cold.
Mhm. And I'm not going to make you roll a count save because you can't. So yeah, it's
Well,
just
at least
sort
I
of like,
spirit guardianed all of them.
yep, but that's gone now. Actually, so is Shield of Faith because they're both concentration.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm aware.
I wasn't. Sean was had the moment of, oh. So that's the end of its turn. Next up is Corpse, followed by Jeff.
Great. How are each of the ones on either side of me looking? Can I tell?
They are looking pretty damn fresh. They only have really just gotten to combat. You had been focusing on the other two. that
Does he
were-
still get advantage if I'm just still on the other side of that guy? I'm still an ally within 5 feet of an enemy.
Not an active ally.
I'm
You're on the ground.
actively trying to rescue myself.
I mean,
Yeah, but you're
even if
kind of-
even if you don't, it's not a huge deal.
I
you
know,
also
I was
recklessly-
just being an asshole.
Okay, so I am going to hit the one that is right next to Rifa, the green boy, with
Alright.
my...
Green Boy is looking as fresh as blue. Currently, the closest to Death's Door is red.
Oh, and I have a 5-foot reach, too.
Yeah, you can hit all 3 of them.
Yeah, I could, couldn't I? Huh.
You're-
Huh. Interesting. And I have 3 attacks. So I'm still gonna go for the green one first.
Okay.
I don't think I get a brutal critical on a 19, right?
No, it's only if you actually crit.
It's only a, okay. What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of something else where you like get something on a 19? Maybe that's Path of the Zealot.
Hexblade or Champion Fighter. Both crit on a
Okay.
19.
Okay, so 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit him. Yeah, but that's only if it's dealing bludgeoning damage. She has an axe.
My God, forgot about my tattoo damage too. Oh, I keep forgetting about my fucking cool ass tattoo that lets me have an extra D10 or D6 or something of damage. Damn it.
Almost like
Okay.
you added all these items like in a rush in like 10 minutes.
Okay. So that's 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 3 is 14. Eldritch Claw tattoo. So just so we know, I have resistance to non-magical attacks in general because of this tattoo.
All of
So
you also they've been impacting, you feel like all of these attacks, because they are encased in the magic demon ice, all constitute as magic.
I figured that these were magical attacks just based on what we were fighting. I just wanted to put it out there for future because I might forget again. Okay. So oh, that's what I needed to do. I needed to empower my tattoo. Okay, I can't use that just yet then. Okay. So that's just 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 3 is 14 points of damage to that one. I'm gonna quick bonus action and empower my tattoo. So I'm just gonna touch the little kitty right here. I'm just gonna go meow. And
You grasp your kitty titty.
yeah, my kitty on my titty. And like the highest voice that that Jeff can possibly get, and just go meow. And
Oh.
so now that gives me an extra d6 on damage. I need to remember. Okay. So now I'm gonna hit the red guy. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
I was rolling like shit. Now I'm not. It's nice. Oh, that's actually a 25 to hit, but it doesn't really matter.
Either way, also, I'm gonna be honest, don't bother rolling the dice. Your strength, or your rage bonus will kill him. He had 2.
Okay, great, cool. He's dead. And then I really feel like I need to kill this guy next turn. But also, okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit the green dude again with a frenzy attack. Oh no, I used my bonus action. Crap. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna move.
It is Siergek's turn. Up, you are about 30, or sorry, probably about 25-ish feet. You're on the roof of a second-story building. Green only just got hit for the first time. Blue and green are both still up and relatively flat. Fuck you. You burning all of them, or how many darts you doing?
Yeah.
3 plus 5. 8 darts. Yes, sir. Of force damage.
So far, Toka's never regretted giving that to Sergak.
He has made very
So far.
good use. Damn, nice. And it has 2 charges left to be used to your discretion. Right, it has 7 total. Why do I keep thinking it has 8 charges? No, we're not. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. This is also Sean's bullshit recollections, because I don't have the item sheet in front of me. Because my brain says, "Oh yeah, if you burn everything, you should be able to cast 9th level." Yes, but then also Sean corrected that information. Like a good science-loving individual, I readjusted my hypothesis with new information. Yeah. Jumping 25 feet. Since you fall at a rate of 500 feet per round, I'm just gonna let you drop and then run along the ground.
Yeah, you just take
Drop
some
like a
fall
rock.
damage.
Yeah. The question is,
I took
it would only be 2d6 of bludgeoning damage. keeping in mind.
That's what I did. Just when I jumped down on my turn, that's what I did.
You're gonna turn to Toke and say, "Don't worry, I'm not leaving you alone."
Toka just thumbs up.
I got you.
How about
Next up in the initiative order, if that's the end of Sergak's turn, you doing anything with your bonus or anything? Gotcha. Sergak, if you want to have a clean view of the proceedings, you might want to take a 5-foot step stage right, just because the blue currently has half cover, thanks to the wall. There we go. Why did I do this? Well, no, Jakar, it's your turn. Frost, you're on deck.
Okay. Jakar is going to like
Stop.
step out here. See Rifa. Going to use like a quick shout and just go, Toka! Rifa needs you! And then
The cleric is down! The cleric is down!
Great, because I don't have a lot of spell slots left.
and
You went down? Oh, I was in another. That's what I did. That's the one thing I missed. You went down? Okay.
Jakar's going to attack with his rapier
Alright.
against
You
the green.
won't get advantage from being hidden because you are running into melee.
I do get sneak.
You will get sneak attack because you have allies within 5 feet. I'm just saying you don't get to make the attack of advantage.
Straddle a dead body, do you think?
What?
If I get flanking, can I straddle a dead body?
I treat corpses as difficult terrain.
Yeah, but Jeff's got pretty long legs.
I know, but you're still trying to. It's more that you're spending the movement to try to find stable footing, so that way you're not like overextending.
I'm just joshing around a bit.
You've got long legs, but it's also like, oof, I don't. Do I want to be standing on a skull? I mean, yes, but.
I was gonna say, Jeff's just gonna
say.
stand on this man, like, what?
I know.
Squish him down.
I got a 17.
Yeah, that'll hit. Sorry, you're aiming at green?
I'm aiming at green.
Just one to double check.
Fuck. Ass.
Not great rapier damage, but you get sneakums. So 15 total. Nice.
My bonus action situation, it's a full action to give simply the potion.
Yes.
Only a bonus action to give myself a potion.
Yes. It becomes an act. Can't we lose music? I lost music. Fredbear, why? There we go.
I'm gonna do a bonus. No, I'm not gonna do anything.
Alright. With that, Frost, it is your turn. And Fen is on deck.
That red is dead. Clear sight on both blue and the green. First shot, I'm gonna take a blue boy.
Alrighty.
Take a -5 penalty. For a 13 plus 5 is 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So 2d6. 7, 13, 23 points of damage for a blue boy. He dead?
No,
Or hurting?
that's literally the only second attack it's taken.
Oh, okay. Then I'll shoot him again. -5.
Sorry,
Green-
Sean,
green-
that sounded like the Sully meme.
Another -5 penalty.
Yeah.
for 14 plus 19.
Yeah, that hits.
That's a D8.
No, it's 2d6.
No, I was saying that was a D8 as well.
Oh, okay. 5, 6, 21 points of damage for the other boy. So that was 40 something points of damage. Yeah.
And then I'm going.
He's looking rough.
I'm gonna fucking fire breath him. I need a DC 13 as my bonus action for my third and final charge.
11.
4, 8. Just 9 is 17.
He's saying he wants some pizza.
17 points of fire damage.
Where's the pizza part?
He's still up.
Still up. And
Singed,
then
but up.
That was my 10 feet of my movement.
You're silly.
Actually, yeah. Stay right there. Fuck it. That'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty.
I'm not going to move. I already used
That
some
makes
movement.
it Fenn's turn with Toka on deck.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I wish it wasn't a fucking icicle that was her only weapon, because these people are probably resistant
And
to
she
cold
doesn't-
damage.
And she doesn't necessarily need to attack either. You can
Yeah,
just
that's
move
true.
her away and skip it. You don't need to. You don't necessarily need to attack with her.
Yeah, no, I know. I just like. Can I? Fen is gonna start moving towards stairs. Are there where's the door? Is the door like
the
she's
door is here.
okay? She's gonna try to get up. She's gonna try to get up and go protect Mom.
So yeah, she would probably have to burn her entire 100 feet of movement, but she's able to get
Okay.
up the stairs to about probably there.
Okay, great, cool. So she is gonna do that, and then oh crap, I made her rage though. But she was attacked.
Yeah, she has taken damage. Her rage will still be up at the end of this turn. I think Marie froze.
Picking spells for a non-cleric is so complicated. Because you can't just change them.
Yeah. Just clerics and druids.
Don't like that.
Okay. I'm still gonna do this anyway. And so yeah, that's Fenn's whole turn. It's gonna stay there. And hopefully get closer to Toka and protect Mother.
Protect the mother.
Mummy. Speaking of though, it's Toka's turn.
Okay. We're going to a 3rd level healing word upon Rifa. Oh, actually, I have to move forward first. Bebunk, hello, Sir Gag. No. Oh, shoot. Dang, why? Toka just cups her mouth and goes, "Get up, Rifa!"
Okay, if you insist.
3d4.
Huh?
2, 4, 5, 6, 10, 13 healing, please.
Ooh, 13 I take, thank you.
Alright. 13
Um,
healing.
We're going to... Oh no. Wait a second. Did I do that backwards? Oh heck. I did. Never mind. We're gonna keep that because it doesn't make sense to do anything else right now. Because I can't bonus attack. Yeah. Nope. That's it.
Buddy.
That's all I got.
You don't have any cantrips that work within 60 feet?
Yeah, but I can't bonus cantrip.
Healing Word is a bonus action.
Healing
your
Word was
action.
my action. Oh,
Healing
yeah,
Word is a bonus action spell, dear.
I forgot. I flip-flopped it. You see, I wanted to use the twin spell, so I did action, then I was like, oh, I can do that as a bonus. I can't. So I will definitely just throw...
I mean, if you wanted to twin spell a healing spell, you could have. Like, it's a thing you can do.
Not with the level it was at.
Gotcha. It was more a matter of resources than anything. Okay. Fair enough.
Yep. Yeah, no, not at the level it was at, because you have to use sorcery points congruent to the level unless it's a cantrip. Then it's just one. Yeah. I do the big think sometimes. I get a wee bit confused.
Occasionally, yes.
Wow. Who's looking the most rough down there?
The roughest out of the two is blue, though I'd say that they are relatively comparable.
We'll go blue
Yeah.
because
Putting
green...
number on it, they're both within like 15 points of each other.
Yeah, we'll go blue because green looks like he could be ganked any second. Mm. 23.
The hit will definitely do so.
And 2d10. Starting out strong with a 10. 15.
Nice.
15 points of what damage?
Buddy!
Fire.
You don't know. Stop the boy who cried wolf.
Alright, that's the end of your turn. Which brings us to blue, who's going to recklessly attack Jeff.
No.
That's a nat 20, Jeff. I'll take care of that one first before I'll roll. You know, I will roll the other two attacks just so I know.
I mean, depending on what you hit me
20.
with, it's regular damage for me anyway, most likely.
Yeah. So that's a nat 20, an 18, and a 19 to hit.
Yeah, those
Attacking
all hit.
recklessly for all.
Yep.
Alright. Do you want me to just do all of it at once?
Well, we might need to split it up based on
DiMaggio.
Was this?
types of damage. That's
I mean,
what I
you're
mean.
resistant to both, so I'm saying that I can just roll it all together.
Sure, yeah.
You're resistant to bludgeoning and cold, so that would be 3.
And I will preemptively make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll need 3 total cons.
Oh, okay.
Because you were hit 3 attacks.
17 plus 8.
Yeah.
And then 16 plus 8.
So halved across the bludgeoning and cold damage, you will take 23 points.
Okay.
For all 3.
Gotcha.
Be glad you're you, because otherwise that would have been.
Oh, I am.
62 points.
I'm very glad. This is why I like to play tanks.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Sorry.
You throw anything
add
else
1
at me?
damage. That is the end of Blue's turn. Green is going to see Jakar coming in. And as you are a new threat, is probably going to turn and try to hit you. It's going to do a standard attack first, just to get its bearings, and that is a 22 to hit you, Jakar.
22 hits.
All right. Seeing as though its first attack against you hit fine, it's not going to recklessly attack for the other 2. That is a 16 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Perhaps it should have recklessly attacked. That is 11 points of bludgeoning. And 16 points of cold. Make a con save. So 27 total.
Wasted a natural 20 on that con save, but 23.
I mean, better that than be poisoned until the end of your next turn.
I mean, it's true.
But that's the end of the Usari Warrior's turn, which brings us to Rifa, who is back up with 13.
15.
And very much that moment of very Olaf of I live.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the green one.
Okay.
A baby.
As a bonus action, I'm going to engage my shield.
All right.
And I have advantage because I'm flanking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to attack it with my Moonlight Maul.
Alrighty. And you will crit on a 19 because these are Usari, or at least what's left of them. So they are technically shape changers.
I have an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
It won't be a crit, but it'll hit.
No, I know. And I would like to make that a Divine Smite.
Okay.
I will Divine Smite it at first level.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me mark my spells off. before I
Roll your magic whackums.
I will. What do I add for Divine? Oh, first level.
For first level, it's 2d8.
Okay.
Because you're not at improved smite yet. I think. I can't remember.
Okay, 9 plus 3 plus a d8. So 12 plus 8 would be 20 points of damage.
20 points. Why did you add the 3 on that?
It's 2d6 plus 3.
Well, yeah. If it's like your modifier is added into the dice roll on D.
Okay, then it's 17 points of damage.
Okay. Alright.
Do you have hit, like the roll history? Can I look at that again?
Is that the end of your turn?
No, just 1 second.
Yeah, the only
No, that makes
modifier
sense.
that
I
isn't
just-
added in is rate bonus.
That makes sense. I just couldn't. I'm really frazzly right now, so
That's
I'm
fine,
not.
that's
I'm
And I'm not mad. I'm just explaining.
I know. So that was my action. How's he look?
About as bad as he did. Like, he doesn't look great. Like, he is probably just a hair above bloodied.
Oh. Well then, as my
Like,
bonus.
he's below half, above a quarter.
Okay. Then I will be intelligent, and as my bonus action, I will cast, fucking the shield one.
Shield
Again.
Faith?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the end of my
This is
turn.
a 19. This brings us to a corpse, followed by a corpse, followed by Jeff. Okay.
A corpse snake.
with Sturgak on deck.
Forgot they were both dead. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
chain reaction.
turn around
Hey, buddy.
and I'm gonna hit the blue boy.
All right. At advantage because it recklessly attacked.
Hi, Bug Guy.
Oh, yes! Yes! There was a reason why I was thinking earlier I'm gonna attack the blue boy. That was the reason.
It left himself wide open.
19.
Yeah. Yeah, that hit.
Okay.
Wait.
Listen, that time I rolled shitty. I just have a really, really great, like, plus
Oh, yeah.
to hit. Oh, I get to include all of my damage this time. Oh, and I rolled a 10 on a d12. 15 plus 3 is 18 plus a d6. 20 points of damage on the first hit.
Ooh, he's up, but only just.
I'm gonna hit him again.
I figured as much.
Can I hit him recklessly twice or just once? Or,
It's
sorry.
all attacks until it's next turn.
Okay, okay. So I have advantage. That's what I was asking.
Yes.
Okay. Because I could hit him recklessly myself. I'm not going to.
You do not need to.
Okay.
Good job, bud.
Math.
On him.
Is it
17.
a higher number than? Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead? Okay.
Yeah.
17 to hit. Okay, he's dead. I'm gonna frenzy attack and turn around to the other boy.
Alrighty.
And I am going to recklessly attack this time, so I have advantage.
You don't have to. You're flanking him. Rifa's.
Oh my
awake again.
god! Yeah! Reaper's awake! I forgot! Both really fucking great rolls! A 16 and a 13 plus 9. 16 plus 9 is going to hit.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Ah, shitty damage roll again.
Yay!
8 plus 3
Just eat that hand.
is 11. I rolled a 6 on a d6. So 17 points of damage on the last hit.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna stay right where I am. I'm done.
That's fair. With that being the end of your turn, this brings us to Sergak, the only surviving combatant. Looks like shit. Okay, you may do so. Roll your attacks.
Excuse me.
I want to say for you that yeah, all of those will hit. Points of damage? Oh, sorry, yes. All of your attacks hit. Yes, it will. We found it, though. Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
Which was just enough. How do you want to do this?
Sweet.
You hit it with your anime beam weapon bullshit.
No.
Alrighty. As that final Usari gets pelted on the various portions of its body, one taking it in the shoulder, then the other shoulder, the gut, and then finally coming and just sort of clocking it on what's left of its helmeted skull, knocking it back. It just tips over until it just falls back. You can still hear screams. There's probably one more grouping left, though they are probably... You know what? Actually, give me a perception check.
Everybody?
Anyone who would be trying to pay attention to it. Oh, I can't because of the cake here.
27.
27.
And
Rifa, you have the feeling that they are probably an hour and a half out if people wanted to take a short rest before the next and probably final wave. Now would be the time.
yes.
Hey guys, I just heard the people coming, I think. It sounds like they're like an hour out, hour and a half. We would have time for a short rest if anybody needs one.
Yeah.
I think we all could do.
Yep, me too.
All right. You can burn hit dice if you would like to. Also, Rifa,
Yes.
what are you deattuning from?
Fuck.
I've got one attunement slot open if you need me to hold on to something.
No, I
for you.
don't. I'm just.
It's just a
Pissed
matter
that I have
of
to
the
do this.
sword
Sword or the...
basically forced her to attune to something. It's just a matter of, well, I mean, like realistically,
That's all.
put away them all.
That's it. That's it.
No,
Do you want a bagel?
it's got no against shifters. That's
Also, please add Eomar the Wrathful to your inventory list.
okay.
You want
How
some
do you
water,
spell
water,
that?
water?
IOMAR.
Are we doing another round of combat tonight, or are we
No.
breaking? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we are getting to the end of
Our short rest.
the short rest, and we will probably.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot that I'm okay. Never mind. I will take that. Makes sense. I'm stupid. That was dumb. Thanks.
Well, let me rephrase. Moderately foolish.
Well, I mean, the maul is good. Like,
Yeah.
it's specifically made to be good against the Usari.
I'm just saying, if you go to the bottom of the inventory screen, it'll bring you to attuned and attunables.
I know that.
Okay.
One back, and then I'm going to...
Marie, you're muted. Marie, you were muted.
That's really funny. I mean, I was sort of just talking to myself, but I realized, because again, I've never been a barbarian at this level before, so I have 9 hit die, and that's fucking nuts to me. And I was like, what if I just fucked around and used like 3 of them right now?
I just used
what they're there for.
So,
Oh, does Fen have any hit die?
Yes,
Yes, she
I
has
already rolled
3
it for her.
Okay. Where is...
The maul isn't attuned.
Why do I keep saying this? God, Parker, please stop. I keep thinking you're gonna vomit.
You're a little weirdo. I love you.
Just learning how to make himself bear.
Oh my god.
did you roll really high?
I rolled a 12 on one of them. I rolled 34 for myself total, and it's a +4 to begin with.
Jeff
Like,
got them
it's-
good healies.
Yeah, it's 3d12 plus 12. Like that's what we're
gonna
working with
use-
here.
Song of Rest, so everyone who uses a hit die, please 1d6 as well.
This sword is dope.
Wait.
Yeah.
What did you just say, Toka / Rachel?
It currently has a less than kindly.
What did you
Oh,
say,
Song of Rest. Anyone who uses a hit die gets an extra d6.
Okay, Fen is much better now.
Yeah, I'm trying to like think of things because I get like nothing back on a short rest besides my inspiration.
An extra d6
Park.
per hit die, or
No, just per rest.
okay.
Per rest. It's a little bit. It's a little. Everybody heal up.
I am back to full. Thank you, Rachel.
Yay! That's what we need.
Pretty close.
The sword currently has.
I lost 20 hit
an
points.
interloper
That was a
in
lot
it.
for me.
You
I'm sorry.
demon man.
But it is still a good weapon, and there's a reason it is
Water right here, babe.
the symbol
Water.
of the Usari, in that it
Dump
was
it back.
also wielded by the first chief, Eomar.
Keep tipping.
Is it bad
There's
that
water in there.
upon reading this, I'm like, Rifa has to stay because otherwise it's a waste of a sword?
I mean, Sean, who designed this weapon, is okay with that. Because I'm really proud of it. You also get the feeling that as you attune to it, the voice inside gets a little bit clearer. It was a little fuzzy before.
Ugh, okay.
But also as you're attuning to it, you feel as though there are capabilities of the sword that you cannot access right now, both via the weapon itself, and also that there is a portion of it that is currently being obstructed by the interloper.
Okay. Is everything in the item description?
That you have access to, yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to know.
It's a Sean saying that they're my homebrewed version of the vestiges of divergence.
I don't know what that is.
Fair enough.
Don't go into it.
Water Parker? Water Parker?
Sean, like Matt Mercer, very much has that moment of, why would I give you this nice sword that is either going to be way outclassed for what we're currently doing, or outmoded in a couple of levels when it had a great deal of, relevance and importance. So it'll probably get better later on in the story.
Do you mean straw? Can I have straw?
Well, yeah.
I always roll the wrong dice for fucking hit die. I always do 1d4s and mine are d10s. Because I always think of health potions, so I always roll d4s. I'm just like, I gotta mark down 1, 2 d10 plus 4. Take short rest.
Yes. Also, to those that would be inclined, there are those 3 potions for those that have pretty much run through all of their spell slots.
That's 3 hours it lasts?
Yeah, it's 3 hours until you get hit with the exhaustion, yeah. You don't lose spell slots at the end of it, you're just...
No, I was asking how long it lasts, and it recovers all spell slots, or?
It is functionally, it is a long rest outside of health regen.
Thank you.
Toka might have to take one of those.
Oh, and
keep in mind...
Revive. I put your Pokeball back in your pocket while you were mad. And then I just take 5 steps backwards because I think you're still mad at me.
I would also take one of those potions if...
Yes. So just keep in mind where your your HP is currently, and just hit the long rest button, and then just reset your health points to where they are right now.
Yeah.
Function should be taken at the end of this short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you can chug it as they're rolling up on you guys. Like.
Okay. I was just...
How long does the potion take? Like, do I need to have it during a short rest, or can I do it mid-battle when I'm like, I have no more spell slots?
You have a feeling that there is a moderate delay. Probably, like, in combat, it'd probably be, you would regain everything at the start of your next turn.
I will take it from Fenn's satchel and put it in my bandolier, but I will not drink it.
Okay.
23.
I mean, cantrips are great, but...
But you need that good shatter.
I mean, I do. It's just, I'm so scared that someone's gonna die and I have to go rush.
Well, luckily, I think we've only used
Keep that Revivify on lock.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I'd keep enough just for the party.
And we've got our chains and stuff too, so.
Like, I have my 5th and 4th. Those are open.
Right. Fuck, yeah.
So I could be a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, you could. Jesus Christ.
But all my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are pretty dry.
Yeah, no, I just keep forgetting, because I'm used to... Because I've been dealing mostly with Rifa's character for this junket, story-wise, so I've been checking her sheet more. I keep forgetting that she's multi-classed with a half-caster. You're the only one who's done straight caster all the way through. And I keep forgetting that you have access to 5th level spell slots.
Yeah.
Like a fool.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's only one.
True, but like...
One can do a lot of
Rifa
damage.
just has up to 3rd level, I think, at this point.
Yep.
So I can either do a Shatter that is 68, a Thunder Wave that is 68, or a Cure Wounds that is 5d8.
Hell fucking yeah. So, just my suggestion, anyone that's outside of, like, the doorway, move back in between, like, the building here so we can all regroup. And then if anyone has any, like, traps or something we can put right in front of the door just to trip them up on the way in.
Some bombs.
That'll slow them down a
I think the
little
bombs
bit.
were left with the cart.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
I thought Zerdak had things.
After my short rest, I can boom arrow the fucking
He has
shit out of them when they walk in.
the blasting powder and the explosive seed. The kegs of black powder,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure were in the cart.
If anyone has any, like, a warding spell or something, I mean, obviously we're gonna see them coming, but at least something to slow them down. But or I can just stand right there, and then when they come in, I'll fucking shoot them twice.
Yes, Marie.
We can keep planning this. I would like to have a roleplay moment at some point.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't
okay.
have to ask.
Okay.
Resting.
It's just hard, like, online when everybody's
No.
talking all at once, like, to get, like, words through and make sure that people can hear you. And Natalie's, like, standing a bit away from the table to begin with, so I just want to make sure she can hear me, because this is for her. So, I don't know what we were doing for short rest, but Jeff is gonna... Jeff's gonna just, like, shimmy over to the Jakar, and just be like, I'm very tired.
Shimmy, I'm gonna move you in there.
I'm so tired. I don't. I feel like I'm moving much slower, and I'm very tired.
What can we get rid of exhaustion?
Greater restoration and sleep.
Okay, I was gonna say. I don't have a greater restoration.
And a
No,
potion
it's
of
okay.
vitality.
It's okay. Caleb and I already have a plan. I just wanted to make a fun, cute moment.
Jakar's just gonna like.
During your short rest, you grab Jakar's like a whoopee blanket.
Wait. Jakar's just gonna like do the thing of like lightly patting your bicep, and then being distracted about how big it is.
It's like, there, dear God, this is the size of my head.
And then just like Jakar's a black cat, so you can't really see blush, but he just immediately is just like.
Hopefully in the foreground you see this, like, just this is Jeff's dick, and this is your butt, and I'm just going,
Oh my god.
Get you.
He's gonna get you? That's so threatening.
he's
After
tired, you
Jakar,
never know how.
after Jakar just lightly pats,
Passes out on top of you first.
after Jakar just lightly pats Jeff, he's not gonna put up with that bullshit because he's a complicated man who knows his feelings, and he's just gonna like, oh, and just like take in Jakar and just like lay down for a little nap. With his little stuffed animal, he's just gonna lay down for a little nap.
Jakar's just gonna be like, kind of like so scrunched up, he looks very awkward.
Help!
But
Can't breathe!
before Jeff actually falls asleep, Jakar's gonna use his telepathy to just go, "You're doing so good, buddy," and then sleeps and just goes to bed.
Alright. You
Where's
quite
this
literally
voice coming from? I will never find it. Now Jeff's not gonna be able to sleep.
I mean, I'd hope not. You have, at this point, probably 45 minutes left to power nap.
Yeah.
Jeff, give me an intelligence check.
It
Get-
sounds.
Me give you an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I'm just
And eventually you
like,
Eventually
somebody's
you
gonna
might
have to
crit.
wake me up because Jeff's so fucking tired. He's going to bed. Oh, this is so good. This is hilarious. Intelligence. Haha, -1, so 5.
Yeah, you still can't quite place that voice. It's weird. It sounds familiar,
Bobby.
but like it's just echoey enough in your brain that it's just like, hello?
I'm glad you're looking after me. Thank you, whoever you are. If you're my patron, Sergak was telling me about something like that's a patron, so I don't know what's going on.
Frost is thoroughly intrigued by your guys' relationship. I'm just like, I will guard you guys to the death. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I love it.
I'm happy
That's
for you,
my
but I don't
favorite
understand
gay
you.
couple
I'm not
right
gonna try to go
there.
over and choke slam Sergak and have sex with
Those
him.
are my
Why?
emotional
If this
support
is how
gays.
friendship has to be, I will do it.
Alright, that's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Alrighty. You have a very, very, very heavily weighted blanket wrapped around you.
I cannot breathe.
No, it's a bit of a struggle. But you all finish your short rests. And shuffling, stomping voices are
You're still
getting
up.
much louder.
That's silly. What are you stop doing?
You understand that they are probably just
No.
around the corner at this point.
No.
So we will come back
No.
with preparations and combat next week.
No.
Anybody having an acid? I just blew some fire out of my lungs
Hark.
I've never done before.
Well,
Well, it was fire,
I
not
just
not
Yeah, I guess.
a black dragon breath.
That's true. And it doesn't hurt me at all, but it's just the uncomfortable of like, I don't know where that came from. What did I eat?
Does anyone have
How
some
does-
ice water?
How does spells work?
well, I'm gonna say goodnight because I'm gonna close Discord on my laptop at least.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Behind you. Sweetie, my legs are solid objects.
I gotta pee, and then I'm going to.
Sure.
Right.
Okay, Mom.
Hi, Caleb.
Use the bathroom. Hope you feel better, Caleb.
Yeah. Are you okay? Just tummy. Okay. I didn't know if it was an